biggest thing we've ever done.
The biggest thing. Everything was made from scratch.
Peanut butter kid!
Yeah! And we get there, and there's no gimbal.
A time may come when a hero of destiny will rid this land of all evil that taints it.
I've been a fan of the Zelda games since I was a little boy.
So I'm not a gamer at all. I've only played 3 games, and one of them was Zelda's Ocarina of Time.
The first game that I played was
Ocarina of Time
Ocarina of Time.
is just possibly one of the best games ever. Just groundbreaking, so I love it.
I also played Breath of the Wild.
I've played the newest one.
I played Skyward Sword.
I'm gonna be honest, like I haven't played, I know a lot about, like I know of.
It was nice going back and just like reviewing some of the games and whatnot before the shoots.
Called me the hero of time.
It was a bit of a battle because while I was trying to make an awesome fantasy movie, you know, fulfill that dream as a filmmaker and pack in as many Lord of the Rings influences as I can, I was also trying to make a good story based in the Zelda universe which wouldn't upset fans, so hopefully that's not what's going on in the comments right now.
My friends, a lot of my friends are very much into it, and they've all, the funniest thing is they've all like showed me videos and like told me stuff about like what not to do. Like what not to do with Link, because there's like a lot of examples of Link being like, oh no, don't go there, no, like you're going too fast, I'll stop you, and stuff like that. And they're like, don't do that, be serious, like take Link seriously. And I was like, yeah, for sure.
We also had a much longer set design process where we like actually planned and built sets and created a lot more costumes, with like the scene where like Link walks into the Griffier Forest and there's all the different people and they've all got the like tunics and hats and stuff, and that all had to be made, which was kind of a debate first.
Basically my first job with the group was something I had never done before, which was creating the costumes and the props for the shoot. Like everything was made from scratch. Well, not everything, but a lot of it was made from scratch. Just hand woven.
I was making the costumes in this room right here actually. I remember cutting a lot of cloth, making a lot of lines, sewing the stuff together. It was pretty fun.
It's just, you know, Zelda is just the biggest thing we've ever done. It's the biggest thing I've ever done personally. It's just, I really put all of my money into this. I got my month's wage just now, and it all went to repaying debts. That's all I did this month. But you know, that's the life of a filmmaker.
You'd have better luck if you just looked down.
While we were shooting, it was the first scene.
Those scenes, that was actually one of the last shoots.
There were these like 3 or 4 like Czech men.
Suddenly we hear these huge, like, manly yells from right outside the forest. I'm just like, it's like these Czech just men, and then between the yells, we would hear this really loud. And what we found was that some Czech idiots had got their van stuck in the mud right next to where we were filming, and they were trying to get it out.
And they were there for like 30 minutes just yelling at each other and swearing at each other.
It was an obstacle for sure, but then luckily, right as I was about to go in there and be like, guys, please shut the fuck up, we suddenly hear like a yeah, which made us happy as well because they got out of there.
Sir, are you alright? Here, have some water. You look like you're about to die.
When I gave the water to the old Link, there were these like 4 or 5 kittens that just randomly showed up.
We hear these meows, and there's 3 little kittens, and you know, cool, cute, but we wanted to keep the shoot going because we had about like half an hour before it got dark because we had to shoot it a little later because of scheduling.
I think it was at the same time that, yeah, it was the same time that the men came.
These kittens would just meow so loud, the entire forest could hear these meows.
So we were trying to regroup them back together because they were meowing if they weren't together.
And we had to try to get them back together, but they couldn't be caught. So we were running around trying to catch these kittens. While it's getting dark, we're like, shit, get the fucking cat.
The other makeup artist took home the latex glue, so we had to use eyelash glue for the fake ears. And it kind of like stuck to my ears, and I had glue in my hair for the next 3 days.
But you'll never leave this ranch.
right now we're doing like the chase scene where Link gets Epona from Ingo. So I need the horse to be able to travel around for all the rest of the stuff.
Yeah, that one was fun. The actors that we were working with were really cool guys.
Have you been enjoying it?
Of course, I love it. I think it's really fun. These passion projects are the most fun to do, honestly.
We started out our drone journey with Animal Crossing, where we just used the drone as like a static camera that would move around a little bit, go down, change the angle a little bit.
Not like this drone that we have over here. It's like a cinematic film drone, so it's designed to just stay in one position.
That was operated by us amateurs.
For this movie, this guy brought his FPV drone, which means that it never stays still. Like, it's always moving, and it's made to like follow race cars. So that's why it was great for a horse scene.
And it even like had the VR goggles that they often use.
The drone is flying out.
I am playing Ingo. He's trying to get close to Ganondorf, who is the kind of evil prince who's going to rise to become even more evil and not so princy, more monstery and
We did have to get like helmets for the riders, for the stunt doubles, because otherwise it would have been like breaking safety rules. So it didn't look as good as it could have. The people riding were like these two sisters. I don't know.
Just fine.
They were both, one of them was 9 and the other one was like 12. So it was kind of funny that they were both standing up to, this like 20-year-old dude and this like 40-year-old dude. 20-year-old dude and this dude that looks really good for his age.
I'm Christopher, nice to meet you. Listen here. It's on my foot. Good job I'm not wearing those green things. I was going to present that horse to the great Ganondorf, but I put it on the race and I lost!
While we were shooting the horse scenes outside, I was operating the boom, or the makeshift boom, which was essentially a recorder attached to, I believe, a hockey stick.
You can show it if you want right now.
Here it is. Ah, this bad boy. There it is. Yeah, I got pretty good at it.
Is Link the main character?
Yeah, for this one I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, he is, for sure. Unless Zelda is, but I wouldn't say so. I think it's about Link, yeah.
They don't call it the Legend of Link, I guess.
Exactly, but they kind of could.
So Joe tells me that he meticulously planned out every single piece of equipment that he might need, and we get there, and there's no gimbal.
There's a little technical difficulty with Forgotten Gimbal.
We forgot the bloody stabilizer, the gimbal. This bad boy was forgotten here in the studio.
And that's like the biggest thing, and it's the thing we need most. So we're running around, we're running back and forth, we're driving the car around trying to find this gimbal, and then we realize it's back in Prague.
Which really, I don't know, man. It's like these things that happen on shoots, these like obstacles, these issues. I would get super frustrated in earlier shoots. Something would go terribly wrong and I'm like, no! Because that is what's always gonna go in your head. And you have to just keep it in your head and act like things are all fine, even though the stabilizer is in Prague. I'm getting a call.
Man.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah, of course, we didn't get it as we liked, but still it was nice to complete it at the time.
We just have to make do, and that unfortunately ended up with 3 shoots.
Yeah, what we ended up doing on that shoot is that we just shot it without the gimbal. We got a bunch of static shots. We just had to hold it very still. I got a little bit of practice from way back when it wasn't gimbals, it was like skateboards, and it was just really smooth leg moves.
Tune in next week for the second part of the video, and if you have time, check out the Patreon as well. It gets early access to all the new videos, and some exclusive content. Or, if you have no idea what the whole Zelda thing is, you can check out the main video,